Musicians are joining hands to assist those affected by last month's deadly floods in KZN. A benefit concert is set to take place at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban in June. To find out more, let's speak now to Dr. Sipho Sithole, renowned music producer and spokesperson for the Arise Benefit Concert. And Dr. Sithole joining us from New York in the United States. Thank you so much for joining us, even though we know you've just arrived on the other side of the world. Dr. Sithole, this sounds like quite a concert that you're putting together with large amounts of musicians and artists involved and big name and important organizations who got together around a table and discussed how best to put the artists and musicians front and center to raise money for the people of South Africa who need them most. Give us an idea of how you got the ball rolling here.
This is, firstly, thank you very much for inviting me, even though I'm so far away and we've just checked in, but I have taken a shower, so at least I'm safe, yeah. This is unprecedented. There's always been, and truly so, that it's very difficult to unite the music industry. It's never united. Even all the presidents of this country have always called for the unity of the music industry. The ministers of Arts and Culture have called. But I think the unfortunate incident that happened in KZN, which you've just covered now, has revealed that we can actually unite under one common purpose and one common objective. And when this happened, the chairperson of the National Arts Council, Princess Talentle Dlamini, called a special council meeting to say, what can we do using the cultural currency that we have, which is the artistic expressions and the industry that we serve? How can we call upon the artists to raise their hands and join hands in staging probably the first and ever biggest benefit concert done by Africans in Africa for Africans? Because as you know, in most cases, whether it was Live Aid, there will be famine in Ethiopia, the Europeans will have big concerts to try and save Africa. And our call was to say, we need to do this ourselves. And the first thing that we did, I was then given the go-ahead to round up who is who in the music industry. I started with the SABC, I went to Samro, Capasso, Sambra, and Gearhouse. Gearhouse is the biggest technical service provider on the continent. To say we need to do a concert, but this concert must be so big that it must have the impact that we wanted, which is to raise 10 million rands through ticket sales as well as pledges, and to try and see whether we can have over 20,000 people at a stadium like Moses Mabhida Stadium. And for me, I must say, the response was so just amazing that everyone said, don't even try and convince us, we are in. And now we are even getting more and more. The recording industries of South Africa, RISA, has also reached out to us. They want to be part of it. The Association of Independent Record Companies of South Africa, they've also reached out to us. They want to be part of it. Even some of the biggest event producers like Mushroom Productions, they've said, we want to be part of it. Don't leave us out. We want to do this. We reached out to the city, Ethekwini municipality, and said, host us. Give us the biggest stadium. We're coming on the 18th of June. And then I was given another task to then round up all the artists. Because what we did, we set up a committee and we asked that the committee must suggest the list of artists that we should contact. And they gave me a list of over 50 artists, and we called. Not a single one said no. I remember calling AKA. He said, you know, Baba Sithole, anytime when you need me, anything for this country, I'm there. So just count me in. But just know that when I'm coming on that stage, my technical rider must be perfect. Because I'm coming with lighting, I'm coming with engineers, and I'm coming with this. I was like, whoa. Okay, we'll deal with that. But are you in? He said, I'm in. You know, so the list is endless. Then we were joined by the Dumo Foundation in Durban that had already planned a parallel benefit concert, albeit on a small scale. And the city then said, we can't have this running parallel. Let's all join hands. And now they've come in. Now they've partnered also So they've joined the whole list. And we will be announcing the ticket sales and the point of sales where they will be buying the tickets, and we'll be running with this. And all we are appealing now is that it's not enough for the ticket sales, because we can never raise 10 million rands from ticket sales of 20,000 people. We're going to be calling upon South Africans with deep pockets, corporate, public, private citizens to pledge, and we'll be running a massive campaign now just to guarantee the safety and the protection of the money that will be collected. We will be approaching one of the top charity organizations to be the one where the money is going to be channeled to. And then we are also approaching one of the top audit firms that will audit that the money has been channeled to the rightful and affected communities. We also brought in CIFSA, which is the Confederation of the Cultural Industries in South Africa. That is an umbrella of all the cultural and creative industries. So they are also part of it. And we think that we're not going to fail on this one. The industry is united.
And I'm glad you've just mentioned that, the industry being united, because I was thinking that this concert would come at an almost tragically poetic time as to where the country finds itself. We've come through a pandemic, which of course is now still with us, but we went through 2 years of very hard lockdown that affected so many South Africans. But the arts industry is the one that really saw some very negative impact as a result of it, with so many of our artists not being able to be seen or heard or put on a stage. So this comes at that time where so many will so desperately want to get on that stage to show South Africa what they're about. At the same time, we've had KZN go through tragedy after tragedy. And then on top of that, South Africans haven't been able to be together in large numbers because of the COVID-19 pandemic and all of the regulations that have gone with it. And we so desperately want to celebrate our music and our artists in public together. So the timing, and as much as it comes after tragic events, couldn't be more perfect, could it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the artists have been the most affected by the pandemic, even though we know that our government, through the presidential employment stimulus package, including the COVID relief, they pumped 600 million rands to provide relief for the artists, but it was not sufficient. It went as far as it could. What the artists want, they want to be on stage. And what the audiences want, they want to see the artists on stage. They want to come to big shows and pay tickets. And artist management and booking agents, they want to be taking those calls where artists are being booked, because they are also making a percentage in commission. And that has not happened for more than 2 years. So this is also a healing. This concert is healing in a way. And we are approaching some big corporate sponsors to buy at least 15,000 tickets for free to give away to those affected communities, because we can't expect the very same affected people we are trying to assist to also pay to come to the stadium. And if you can get that one around, I think you'll never see the Zulu dance that I will be dancing like ever before. If we can get 15,000 tickets paid for by corporate and give those communities to come in. Of course, we'll be working with the eThekwini municipality to distribute those tickets if we are able to raise those funds.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there, but I'm sure we'll see more and more in the media about this concert as the date of June 18th approaches. Thank you so much for your time this evening. That's Dr. Sipho Sithole, renowned music producer and spokesperson for the Arise benefit concert that's being put on in aid of those KwaZulu-Natal flood victims. Also good to read that they say that 20% of the funds raised will also be earmarked to assist artists, the artist community that was also affected by the floods.